Hi everyone, it's Signing with Nicole. Signing with Nicole. I'm excited to be back. I was off for 1 week for my birthday. That was April 25th, and that was also lab week too. So it was a lot to celebrate. First, I'm going to review some animal signs because I went to the San Diego Zoo and I also did a safari. The sign for that is searching, looking for animals. So let's get started. Lion. That's the open sea. Lion. And remember, this is my right hand. Right. If you're left-handed, then you will sign lion.
You want to come back with me? You want to come back with me?
I am right-handed, so I will sign with
Hi, Mufasa.
leopard or leopard or cat, leopard. It depends, but generally I've only used leopard to represent the spots. You see. Tiger. Remember, this is different from my sign for salad from before. Salad. That's the sign that I use. That is different from tiger. You're using both hands and you're drawing those stripes. Tiger. Elephant. And my favorite animal is a koala bear. Koala bear. Look, it's so cute. It's my favorite animal. Some people spell koala, but there is a sign, koala bear. And it depends on the context, so they'll know what you're talking about. Now, my experience at the zoo in California. I was really excited. I've always wanted to visit the San Diego Zoo and also join the safari. It was exciting. It was a wonderful experience to see so many animals that I have never heard of before. It was a beautiful experience, but I have to say, I was disappointed with the accessibility. Unfortunately, they did not have available accessibility for the deaf and hard of hearing. I requested a sign language interpreter. It was not available. And that part I understood because you generally request them in advance and I did not. So that was fine. So there was no interpreter. There was no caption device, nothing like a tablet that I could read to follow along. There was no material paperwork that I could open up and read to follow along with the guide. I had a guide that was showing us the behind the scenes inside the cage with the animals, and she's talking and explaining this animal's name, where they're from, where they were born, their ages, if they're rare, if they're a protected class, different things, but I didn't understand anything. My twin sister and I, we were actually on a private tour. Cool, right? It was just the two of us during the safari, but many people don't realize both of us are deaf. So that's something I don't think I've mentioned before. So I am completely deaf in both ears. I do use a hearing device, cochlear implants. And sometimes I don't wear them both, so this ear I don't have it on, but I'm wearing it here. And my twin sister, she's deaf in one ear. So that didn't help. It was really windy. We were on a truck, so it was big truck. It was windy. The engine was right behind us. It was loud, so we couldn't understand what the guide was saying. It was just really hard to understand. And the guide, when I asked for the interpreter, she said, well, I can finger spell. I mean, that's better than nothing, but when you're explaining in detail about these rare animals and everything, you know, they should at least have a pamphlet that I could read and follow along. I mean, that's the bare minimum. So I am disappointed in that, and I do plan to advocate for deaf accessibility at that zoo and other zoos that don't have this available, because that's not acceptable in 2023, especially such a popular zoo, right, in California. So I hope that you all who are hearing, hard of hearing, and deaf too, you will be an ally with making this happen. If you live in California, contact the zoo and ask what kind of availability do they have for deaf attendees? What accessible things do they have? They had an accessible booth, but they had nothing for the deaf. Or at least when I asked on that day, they did not have anything for the deaf. And that was on my birthday, April 25th. So I don't know, maybe that was just a bad day. Maybe that person was new and they didn't know. That's possible, but I enjoyed looking at the animals, but I wish I could have learned more. I posted a video before explaining about a fox, but later I realized it was not a fox, because I thought that's what the guide said, because I couldn't hear her. I couldn't read her lips. I didn't understand what she said. I was sitting next to her up front, but she was using a mic, so talking, and I couldn't read her lips. So I assumed that the animal was a fox. I'm like, oh, it looks like a fox. So that's what I posted, and then later I corrected it because I realized, oh, it's not a fox. So it was a maned wolf, but technically it's not really a wolf either. So go watch that video. I explained in detail about it. It was really cool. So, but anyway, I enjoyed myself and my twin sister. We enjoyed our time together, celebrating our birthday. And we thank you who sent some things through the Cash App and Venmo. That is still available to help support my pages, to help support with buying space, because it takes a lot of space to edit the videos and add the captioning and all of that. So I appreciate that, and that will still be available if you want to continue to donate. And thank you, but I will do another video to go in more detail about my experience with the zoo and what my future plans are for advocating for accessibility. I live in Alabama, but my work doesn't stop here. If I experience something in another state, I'm going to continue to advocate there too. So, bye.